Welcome to Two Tangle Tuesday, where we do 2 tangles in 20 minutes or less. Today we're doing Moonpie and Embracing Mooka. So the first thing that we're going to do is with our pencils, make just a very light X. Okay, it's just there as a guide. And then now we are going to do first the Embracing Mooka. I am using this smaller pen. Feel free to use an 01, but I want to use this one because it's just a really small space for what I'm doing, but it works just fine with an 01 as well. So what we're going to do is we're actually going to use this line kind of as a guide to draw our Embracing Mooka, okay? So the first thing that we want to do, and make sure you leave some space up here, is we're going to just draw a kind of like a twisty mooka. So we're going to go on the side of this line here. So, and then we're going to make our mooka and then end it at a point. So like this. Like that, okay? And then what we're going to do is we're going to do another mooka that's going to come up here and rest up here. Okay, and you can see that pencil line. So what I'm going to do is kind of go around that pencil line there because I'm trying to make that loop there. Okay. And then the next step that I'm going to do is make a little orb on this side and an orb on this side. And then we're going to aura the whole thing. So I'm going to start at the point right here. Okay, and then we're going to do that 3 times on each line. Three more times, I should have said. Okay, so there's a lot of things that we can do with Moonpie actually, and I'm gonna do those first. So what I want to do is, well, you could put like orbs in here, or you can just kind of trace that extra space. So I'm actually gonna trace that little space, color that in, just auraing the space that the Mooka's kind of made. Alrighty. Okay, and then what I'm going to do, these kind of look like petals to me, so I'm just going to give them a couple of flicks, maybe 3. And then I'm going to take my bigger pen, my 01, and I'm just going to kind of ink in these circles a little bit around the edges and the kind of the inside of the edges, just to give them a little bit of contrast. Okay, and that's basically all that we're going to do for Embracing Mooka. And next we're going to do Moonpie. Now Moonpie is basically, I think, a tangulation of crescent moon. So it's something that Maria has put in her stuff pretty often, and they call it Moonpie. So what I'm going to do, and I like to do Moonpies in corners, like something that like maybe has like a V or a dip or something. So, and then to fit it in with this, I am going to go from corner to corner. So like this, I'm going to make another arc and then kind of go like this. Okay. And then what we do is we make a series of parallel lines and color them in. There's not a lot of room for a lot of them, so that's okay. I'm going to pretend like one is behind here. Okay. And then the next thing that we're going to do is put down some orbs. And if you've got space kind of where they touch or kind of on the edge, you can just color that in. Mine seem to just be on the edge. Okay. And then the next step is to put an aura around it. So and that is Moonpie. So I'm going to do 3 more Moonpies around here. I'm using my 01. That's a little juicy to color this in because it'll be a little bit quicker. So these aren't particularly even, so I'm just going to do the best I can to kind of make even arcs there. But Zentangle's not perfect, so that's okay. So if you want to, in the comments, let me know out of these two which tangles you liked the best. Like, have you gotten to see Moonpie now? And have you ever seen Embracing Mooka before? So that is our Moonpie and Embracing Mooka. And now we're going to get to the shading. So I'll close my pens there. All right. So the first thing that I'm going to do is shade the Embracing Mooka. So I'm going to put a little bit of pencil here. Kind of spread that out. And then on the Mooka curves, I'm going to put a little bit there. Not very heavy, just because I want to be able to spread it out, but just a little bit there on the little curves right here. I'm just shading on the sides. And then what I'm going to do is I am going to put some pencil right in there, all along these little edges here, the auras that we did over the orbs. And I'm just gonna smooth that out. I don't want to get into the orbs if I can help it. Alrighty, and then I think what I want to do is just add a little bit on the lines here. So we're kind of going on those two little parallel lines of the part of the moon pie, but we're using what we have on our pencil already. I mean our tortilla, not pencil. Obviously this isn't a pencil. And I think that is going to be the end for our moon pie and Embracing Mooka.